Is that all?
Let's rock! Vital reformed!
Is that?
Ah, the golden tree in the distance. We call it Myriad Wish Grove.
All those years of effort, and in the end I still live somewhere this small.
We have arrived. The hotel staff will take over from here. I'll take my leave.
Oh, it's freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery. Anyone here? Here. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Honored guests, my apologies for the late welcome.
Oh, no wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow wispy. Hello there, little one.
I am the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body temperature. Please, try not to overheat the room.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the popular comic artist, Blurria.
The former comic artist, Miss Nihilux.
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh, wait, did you say former?
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here until you finish your next volume. Every guest in this hotel is an Imaginé with quite a history. That Arcadian over there? That's a former superhero.
Which one? Never heard of him.
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa. These days, they work as the hot springs manager.
A Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imaginé go extinct when the IPC first arrived?
There are still a few survivors that slip through the net. As for Casper myself, I am a former frost giant. Little old me was once a tall, mighty, and majestic giant. Of course, that was back in the Cinder Age.
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets. What corner did they dig you out of?
From a block of ice. It is sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I have forgotten the names of most of my friends. And I have not tasted a crispy, charred Void Ranger in a long, long while now. Indeed, another glittering nameless.
Another? How's that?
That is a secret. Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imaginae who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her have flocked here. You see, they all claim they have some sort of connection to her, or hold some secret about her.
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits. Just like all those people who swear they're AHA.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can always pad it out and hand over a long list of names. Nameless, good luck with your inquiries. Bye now.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Apparently my great-grandmother... You can see me, and I shall hide no longer. Indeed, I am Graphia, the sovereign of all paintings, the source of all schools, the mother who birthed all Imaginae. Unfortunately, my wish power is spent, and I can no longer weave my imagination arts. But you and I share a fate, with just a few wish bays to aid me.
I am Graphia. If you're giving away wish base, you should give them to me.
No, I am Graphia. Does this red armor not make it obvious?
I don't care which. One of you, come help me fight a Lord Ravager.
The Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia, but we're not Graphia.
Simply put, we are Imaginae born from people's imaginations of Graphia. As for me, I was sketched by a rather unskilled illustrator for a history textbook, which explains why I look a bit rough.
I am a wispy form from the concentrated longing for Graphia in Planarcadia.
I am the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series Apocalypse of Ashes, Mecha Wars. Care to witness my signature move? Dance of the Inkblade. If you're looking for the real Graphia, I'd suggest you give up. I've seen countless Imaginae on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not a single one has ever succeeded. In the end, only those of us making a living off the Graphia brand are left. When it comes down to it, she's nothing more than a legend. Who knows? Maybe the IPC made up some story to boost the hotel's revenue.
I mean, the Sinner's age was over 1,000 years ago. Maybe the only thing left is the longing for Graphia. There's one very simple way.
She created all Imagine with her brush. Word has it she waits at the end of the world in canvas to see off those whose time has come. But every Imagine who has seen her is, of course, dead.
So dying is the only way, huh? These three aren't just fakes. They're also wackadoodles. As I suspected, finding Graphia was never going to be easy.
Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imagine living here, ones that have long gone extinct elsewhere. Some even claim to be original works by Graphia herself.
If you're serious about finding Graphia, you should try asking them.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
I spent my whole life doing hard labor in a frozen wasteland.
I sense more stray thoughts and disturbance in the water. The Imagine of today are far too restless. To think there are still those who recognize my kind. You are quite well informed. The humans here call me Sudscour, a filthy name, but fitting for this frail and wretched form. Are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts? Or just to chat with the last kappa of Ahatopia? As you see, my kin have either been swallowed by the muddy currents or have fled into the canvas. Long, long ago, my people lived in every river and pond in Ahatopia. We tended the crops for the artists, and in return, they painted our descendants into existence. It is hard to leave one's homeland. Even when my kin have entered the canvas, even when the waters here are no longer clear, and even when the new Plu tribe has replaced us, this is still my home. It needs someone who remembers the old days. As long as I remain, the Kappa line is alive. Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imagine. Her name shines like moonlight through my dimming memories. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought could turn even the clearest stream into a toxic swamp. We Kappa were weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers, but it was Lady Graphia who found us. She encouraged us, saying that every drop of clean water held power against the darkness. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and wash away those impure monsters. Though our impact was limited, that was the most heroic era for my kind. As long as the world in canvas exists, Lady Graphia must as well. There is a saying that if one who is weary of the world prays to her with true devotion, she will arrive on a ferry to lead them into the canvas. If you seek clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit the mountain behind the hotel. There are atonement statues left by Imagine there, filled with their prayers. It is also the site of Graphia's former residence. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older than I. Perhaps if you play in the snow with him, he might show you the way. That is all I can tell you. After all, I am just a stubborn old Kappa, trying to keep this one pool of water a little cleaner.
I spent my whole life doing hard labor in a frozen wasteland.
So, you're here looking for Graphia's whereabouts on behalf of that Intellitron executive. I think it's unlikely that the mother of Imogenesis will see her. If she wanted to see her, it would already have happened. The IPC has practically turned the world and canvas upside down. You know this, right? Over 140 years ago, they brought in hackers from Punklord and did everything they could to blast open the passage between reality and the world in canvas. I think disturbing her world in canvas like that must have upset the mother of Imogenesis. A friend of Graphia's? Just how long has that person been alive? So that friend wanted you to find Graphia, but they didn't tell you how.
The only thing Evanessia left that could be a token is the mask she painted herself, right?
Normally, I'd suggest you play that little snow puff ball for info. That good luck with your inquiries line definitely had a subtext. But since you're asking for a bright idea, you must have heard that in a certain corner of the universe, there's a mysterious ritual that can summon historical figures to the present day. The Holy Grail War! Oh, right! That was your big adventure in Penacony. Oh, how nice. I hope Planarcadia holds one too. Then I don't need to explain the method. First, we need a catalyst. Do you have Graphia's brush or palette? Doesn't look like it. No matter, Miss Cult has got you covered. We use ley-line resonance. This hotel is built on Graphia's former home. It still has a connection to her, like that vibrant golden tree. Wait, you aren't actually falling for this, are you? I I was just kidding. Sorry. I was just trying to lift the mood. Oh, honestly, I'm a chronic deadline misser who can barely save her own skin. How am I supposed to help you?
I've heard enough. Break time is over, Miss Nihilux.
Now that you understand your situation, stop wasting time. Start drawing!
I just checked in and I have to work already? I'm not some fully automated painting Mechatron. You do know that, right?
A Mechatron can run for hundreds of hours straight. You cannot. That's exactly why every second counts. Now right this second, start increasing your value as a quality asset.
Hey, wait! This is kidnapping! Little raccoon, help me!
Nihilux has a point. If that Casper guy is a survivor from the Cinder-Earth age, maybe he really does know something. Anyway, I'll start by asking around here.
I spent my whole life with hard labor.
Casper? Are you there?
Nope. I'm not. You found me, current nameless. I knew you'd come to ask about Lady Graphia. But if I try too hard to remember things from such a long, long time ago, my soft, squishy head starts to throb, and then I start melting. Drip, drop, drip, drop. So much of my memory feels like it's shrouded in a blizzard, and I can't see anything clearly. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you. A snowball fight? The game, the name, it feels so familiar. It feels like I had snowball fights every single day a long time ago. Shaping the snow into balls and flinging them at whatever strange intruders came barging in. Well then, come at me, Nameless. I'm a snowball fight veteran. I won't lose. It's snowing! from the Cinderth Age are still a bit blurry. But I definitely met Lady Graphia. I had snowball fights with her. She was a great painter who led us in snowball fights. She'd even paint portraits for everyone. Back then, when we wanted to see her, we'd go to her doorstep, light the ground lamps, and shout, "Snowball fight!" Then Lady Graphia would poke her head out of the window upstairs, unfurl the scroll, and whoosh! Slide right down into the snow. Then we'd have snowball fights against the Void Rangers together, under the giant moon. If we won, I got to swallow the Void Rangers whole. They were so crispy and tasty. There was someone else. Just thinking about them makes my blood boil. He was a snowball fight master. I remember one time 8 of us teamed up to challenge him. But that guy knocked us all down with his snowballs like it was nothing, all from so far away. 6 of my friends were lying on the ground feeling beat. Losing the game got everyone so down that no one uttered a word. As for me, I think I got hit right in the neck. I saw my own giant body thud onto the ground, and my chin felt ice cold.
8 people in the Phantasmoon games? Perhaps Snowball Fight is a euphemism for the Cinderth Age Wars? So, in that round of the Phantasmoon games, Graphia must have fought a terrifyingly powerful opponent. It seems only she and Casper survived the fight.
I saw her once. Just once. By then, Ahatopia had already been transported into the canvas. It was so quiet and lonely. I couldn't find my other 6 friends, but I remembered where Lady Graphia lived. So, I went to her front door again, lit the ground lamps, and shouted, "Snowball fight!" It felt like only a second had passed. Just the blink of an eye, yet somehow it also felt like forever. At last, I saw her drift out. She held me and cried, saying, "I'm sorry, and you've done well," over and over. It was just one lost game. We could have just won it back some other time, but that was the last I saw of her. I only shared some memories of a snowball fight. If it helped you, Nameless, then I'm happy. That's about all Casper can remember. If you're still up for fun and games, come find me for another snowball fight sometime.
So, to summarize, Casper likes to light the ground lamps and call for her near Graphia's old home. Now, where can I find those ground lamps? to such a lively hot spring hotel. There's a secluded mountain path like this. Huh. These atonement statues all look like small animals. I should find a prominent spot for the ground lamps. These two little lamps don't look reliable at all. Whatever. It's not like I have any other way.
Who dares disturb my 1,000-year slumber? Not only will I refuse to grant you 3 wishes, I shall also lock you in my canvas to suffer in my stead!
Thanks for the invite. I'm not quite dead yet, but I don't feel alive either. I'm testing the deadline. I snuck out. This mountain path is so quiet and secluded. Ooh, what a great spot for a night stroll, listening to the calming sound of the springs. Who knows? Maybe my inspiration will flow again like these waters. Give me a break. I really am just looking for inspiration out here. Look at this old stone statue. Ooh, doesn't it look like Himicat? I just reached the real versus fake Himicat arc in my comic. Let me pay my respects. Maybe Graphia will bless me with enlightenment.
Miss Colt, when did you sneak out?
That was fast.
I let my guard down for just 1 second, and corporate asset, Miss Colt, escaped. Now that's scary.
No way are you running away and taking our jobs with you. Good thing this kind lady spotted where you were headed. Otherwise, you might have slipped away for real.
Let's go. Back to the room to finish your work.
Come on, not again. Little raccoon. Help!
Being an artist sure is grueling. I remember being held in a room and watched by 6 or 7 people, too. I wasn't allowed to leave until I finished painting either. You're asking me? Weren't you the one searching so desperately for me? My name is Murata Graphia, guardian of the world in canvas. It is a pleasure to meet you, nameless of the Astral Express.
You're saying you are Graphia? Huh. She really does look a lot like Himiko.
Child, you were the one who lit the ground lamps, were you not? If memory serves, that was the secret signal my old friends used to call for me. I simply answered the call, yet you doubt my identity. How strange. Let me think. I believe I know why you've come to find me. The arbitrator of the Phantasmoon Games asked you to tell me that our old enemy, the Demon Lord from Beyond, has returned. Am I correct? Since Ahatopia's in canvassing, Evanesia and I agreed to guard reality and the world in canvas separately, never to meet again. But over the past 1,000 years, I often hoped we might reunite in some way. Who would have thought, when word of her finally reached me again, there'd be no warm greetings, but instead only an impending crisis? You must have many questions. You certainly have a lot of questions. But before I enlighten you, during the Cinderth Age, that demon lord from beyond once took the form of a friend to infiltrate the Resistance, causing catastrophic casualties. I must confirm your identity, Nameless. Do you carry a token from Evanesia? I see you're carrying something that might be proof enough. The secrets you seek are many and tangled. Perhaps I should start by telling you a story. 1,000 years ago, the legions of the demons from beyond descended upon Ahatopia, marking the beginning of the Cinderth Age. For the destruction, taking a life is easier than brushing aside a feather. Among the countless victims, a baby girl was saved by a painter from the brink of death. He took her in as his daughter and named her Graphia. To protect his daughter, the painter kept her confined to their home. While the fires of disaster swept across the land, Graphia lived in seclusion. Until one day, a falling star streaked across the dark sky, and a deafening roar shattered the silence of the wasteland. Unable to contain her curiosity, the young girl slipped out of the house to follow the sound. And so she saw it. Beneath the cold Phantas moon, a tower of infinity stood on the mountain range at the edge of the horizon. This tower had countless windows and rose section by section, slender and tall. More than an actual tower, it looked like a wounded iron dragon that had fallen to the earth. Indeed. That tower, which stood only for a moment, was the crashed Astral Express. And Graphia's family name, Murata, came from the wondrous sight she saw. At the time, the wrecked train was surrounded by countless abominable monsters. Amidst these foul enemies, a few warriors in strange attire fought tirelessly. But they fell, one by one, unable to withstand the endless tide of monsters. It was only much later that Graphia understood that those who fought and died for Ahatopia shared a common name. The Nameless, who walked the path of the Trailblaze. That was the day that Graphia stepped into the mortal world. her life as the mother of Imogenesis began. In a long, drawn-out war, fought at a severe disadvantage, she was forced to seek the aid of the Phantasmoon Games, attempting to use the mighty power of an Aeonic ritual to lock the terrifying demon lord from beyond within a limited battlefield. This was also the first time in the history of the Phantasmoon Games that the 8 supplicants joined forces to confront a powerful enemy from beyond, the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramad. She lost. Graphia did not win the Phantasmoon Games, nor did she manage to kill Asat Pramad. In the final days of the Cinderearth Age, she gathered every ounce of wish power to paint the world into a scroll. Using herself as a nail to steady the canvas, she sealed the Lord Ravager outside. Yes. As long as the scroll still enshrouds reality, he won't be able to lay a finger on the Leviathan's remains buried deep within Ahatopia. The story is over. I have received Evanesia's message. I also have a token I'd like you to give her. Please, let us journey together to the other side.
So, are we leaving right now?
No, there is no need to rush. You have a friend here who is lingering with a heart full of farewells.
You mean... Wait.
Follow this path down to the riverbank of Myriad Wish Grove. You'll find many Wispe gathered there. When you are ready, choose a Wispe. Whisper Graphia's name and your wish to cross over to the other shore. Then release the Wispe into the river. When the time comes, I will bring the ferry to deliver you into the canvas.
Graphia vanished? How elusive. Anyway, I should head to the riverbank of Myriad Wish Grove first.
the same forest. Giant trees will fight each other for nutrients. How about this? We just feed Shuhu to that tree in the courtyard. It would save us a long trip. Say something.
Didn't know you were a forestry expert.
I'm not joking. I'm serious.
If the Elwood absorbed another emanator of abundance, it would likely bring about an even greater catastrophe. Right now, there is no other option besides the Veracity Husk.
If the abundance grows too strong, the Ambrosial Arbor loses control, and the Arcadia is doomed. If the abundance is too weak, the husk spirals out of control, and the Arcadia is doomed just the same. It's called an Arcadia, but the whole thing is built on a razor's edge. Does that mean the essence of the elation is just dark humor?
You're afraid.
I'm not. I respect your choice. Fine. You're right. I'm afraid. So what? You don't think I know what that Xianzhou person meant? 1 in 10 chance? There is no chance at all. Listen, I just can't stand by and watch one of my kin sacrifice himself.
Kin.
What else? Friend? Colleague? Playmate? The guy who carries my bags when we go shopping?
I suppose all of those fit.
Fit? How? Sometimes I can't tell if you're actually dumb or just playing dumb.
I hear you. Just assume it's the former. Simpler that way. My mind is made up. You should understand. Misplaced emotions will only cause the mission to fail.
You really are just playing dumb. To be honest, I'm the same way. If I could see Firefly cured of her illness, Kafka finally finding the heart she's looking for, and that girl reclaiming her future, then I'd be willing to pick up that level 999 cartridge too, even if it means becoming nothing but a shadow of the Dark Zone.
Don't. At the TV tower, you already severely overspent your time. Don't touch that thing again. Besides, why are you telling me this? You should tell them yourself.
Because just like you, I'm a total, stuck-up softie. Happy now?
Feel better?
No. Unless you give me a sincere apology and a proper goodbye, we're not settled.
Not settled. Is that right? Fair enough. Whether as Ying Xing or as Blade, my journey has reached its end. Before the final verdict, I should say a proper goodbye to my kin. Who's there?
Next time, it'd be better if you didn't try to sneak up on us like that.
I knew you would come.
I met the legendary Graphia. She told me a way to enter the world in canvas. If we simply chant her name and release a Wispe into the river, she'll come to ferry us.
A legend from 1,000 years ago. And she's actually still alive? It really makes sense. After all, you two are practically the same age. Knowing that gives me a bit more hope that you can actually make it back.
Then let's begin. You are unusually talkative today. Are you trying to buy time?
That should do it, right? Little one, I choose you. I summon Graphia, mother of Imagenesis. May she come forth and deliver us into the world in canvas. No Wispe were harmed in the making of this operation.
Graphia! Graphia! Everyone! Into the world in canvas!
How odd. This time the visitors actually know of my existence.
Strange. Why is the boat coming from downstream?
I heard your call and have come by boat to guide you across. Greetings, travelers who seek to leave the mortal world behind. It is a pleasure to meet you. Oh? Not an Imagine, but someone here to settle the past and family members seeing them off?
I guess so.
The power of abundance. What a nostalgic scent. There is something terrifying slumbering within you.
I've heard that something lies at the end of the world in canvas with the power to suppress it. Will you show us the way?
I see. You are better informed than I thought. I understand. Time is of the essence. Please, step aboard.
Thank you. The mountains lie distant. The waters still. And snow settles. A fine moment to bring this weary life to its end.
Bring a weary life to its end? To my eyes, the power taking root within you is far from withering away.
It's just a matter of time.
The journey downstream is long. As is custom, I must collect your past stories as fare. I shall use them to paint the path forward, which will guide us to the other side.
My past stories. I am not much of a storyteller.
There is no need to weave your thoughts into a complete story. A single memory, a single breath. These too are parts of your past. Only by letting go of the past can you truly set forth with an open heart. Is that not so?
Go ahead. Say something. I'm curious too.
Then, I shall begin with that lone island of Insumosu. It was a desolate wasteland, untouched and forgotten. Desolate, cold, the perfect place to lay the dead to rest. I planted rusted, broken blades in the wasteland as a mark of my departure. Little did I know that even after joining the Stellaron Hunters, I would find myself returning there time and again, bringing along a few new swords with me. Their owners, some of them sought my life, only to fall by my hand. Others simply wished to see me one last time, as their own lives flickered out. I was once a craftsman, and those swords, they were all my own creations. I erased those wordless monuments for my old friends, one by one, until they became a forest of broken blades. And what about me and my sword? When will it finally join them in that forest?
I will follow your words with my brush and paint the ideal end. Sword barrier. We've reached the shore you've been seeking.
What is this place?
This is the world in canvas. A mirror to your soul, blooming as your heart dictates. May this meadow be everything you wished for.
Superb artistry. And yet, I thought you would paint the desolation within me instead.
Desolation? I saw no desolation in your story. Instead, I found the lingering regrets of a master craftsman. The fire that tempers black steel and shapes 100 blades does not burn upon the forge or anvil. It burns within your heart. That spark within you has yet to fade. It is why this plain has chosen to bloom into flowers.
We've got no clue what you two are on about with all this cryptic talk. But you smiled just now, didn't you?
No, I didn't. We should go.
finally smiled. I'm actually the one who can't even smile. This sucks.
We have reached the end.
That blue maw. So, this is it.
Correct. Driven by the buried secrets of Ahatopia, you have come seeking liberation. And now, I have shown you the silhouette of the beast's maw. If you should find a way to get out, I ask that you swear to keep this secret.
I will keep the secret. That blue maw, can it truly consume the abundance?
Only a beast of insatiable hunger can end a plague of eternal growth. I have stood watch in this realm for a millennium, beholding the eternal conflict where the veracity and the abundance remain locked in strife. Oh, undying soul, the fate that awaits within those depths lies far beyond the reach of our conjecture. Perhaps you will vanish into nothingness in a mere heartbeat. Or perhaps you will endure a millennium of gnawing, constantly regenerating only to suffer once more, with liberation remaining an elusive dream.
Beneath that calm of yours, I can feel an old friend lingering. Agony.
This is the price I must bear for becoming one with the canvas.
You're telling me if he leaps, he has to stay down there and be torn apart for ages? I'm not okay with this. Yao Guang never said anything about this when we went over the plan.
I have lived for nearly a millennium. I stopped wishing for a swift end a long time ago. If the Leviathan does not consume me utterly, then I am still alive. And until that moment comes, I will pin Shuhu to the anvil and swing my hammer once, twice, and again, and again.
Is there really no other way?
Silverwolf, I was never one for sentiment. I'll only say this. In my past life as a smith, I made it a point to forge something for those friends I found tolerable. But ever since I joined the Stellaron Hunters...
Oh, right, I get it. You want me to go back and take apart that box Kafka uses as a footrest, right?
You already took it apart?
A long time ago. Quite a few treasures in there. A master-crafted blade, a game controller, and a portable reactor.
That's the armor core, reforged from the remains of the Glamoth Queen.
Oh, and a cat-scratching post.
When did you find out about these items?
You? You mean we. We all found out. Think you hid it that well? please, give me a break. We're a pro team, you know.
Just split it among yourselves. Consider it a keepsake.
Kafka should be the one saying this, but you are the most perfect blade the Stellaron hunters could ever have.
Just a broken blade. That is all.
You talk too much. Before you go, you have something to say to her, too, right?
To me?
Don't take offense. It's just a few words. Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, I once lost myself. Unable to see the future, yet unable to reclaim the past. Just like you when you were first reborn. Whether we chose this path, or were forced onto it. Leave no room for regret. And never deny the path you've traveled. Then, let it be. It's time. Do you still remember that passphrase? No need to step forward. Just recite it in your head.
3 of a kind.
2 pair.
Ace. Go. Farewell. Let everything end, or truly begin. In the final moments of your life, what will flicker through your mind? The devouring. Has it begun? How much time has passed? Sea of clouds. Ambrosial arbor. To think that with death so close, this is the scenery my dreams would conjure. My heartbeat. It's barely audible now. Shuhu. Are you still alive? Am I still alive?
Finally woke up, Yingxing?
Master. I am sorry. You have the wrong person. I am not Yingxing.
A lad your age, yet your head is more muddled than mine. You're talking nonsense in your sleep, boy. It has been ages since we last met. Tell me, have you let your craft go to waste? Your master wishes to see what you can do.
Not a sweet dream of toasts and laughter, nor a nightmare of clashing steel. Instead, it is a dream of returning to the very beginning, to confess my sins before the master who taught me everything. Typical. This is a standard issue sword I forged for the Cloud Knights, back when I first began my training. Looking at it now, it is a crude piece of work.
Senior Frater, are you truly from a short-lived species?
Why do you ask?
I mean, no offense. I just wondered, why would you come all the way to the Xianzhou to learn the craft?
My home became a grazing ground for those boars and beasts. My parents, they're fertilizer. Unlike you, I won't live to see them wiped out. But my blades will. Look at this blade. Fresh from the forge today. I made it.
That is so cool!
Stop flattering me. This is just a standard issue sword for the Cloud Knights. According to the template, its name should be New Blade 01.
Senior Frater, how could you so thoughtlessly name your own creation? The very first assignment Elder Huayan gave his disciples is what defines a blade? He always says a name carries the weapon's destiny.
A lone cloud drifts. A crane departs the woods. Let's call it Departure, Junior Frater.
Senior Frater, I thought you'd go with Lone Cloud or Guyun.
Bai Hung, and that bow I forged for her. In the end, it was I who forged the greatest sin.
For me? Thank you. I told you, didn't I? As long as you set your heart on what you love, nothing can stop you. Hey, did you give this bow a name?
I named this bow Lure after a mythical steed from the primeval Imperium. Legend says it was one of the Emperor's finest mounts, a divine beast that could tread over any chasm and lead its master back from the brink of death.
How did you get so off track? Why pick a name meant for a horse? That won't do. It does not suit me at all. I'm gonna call it Recurve Bow.
That sounds terrible. It's like my mother naming me Human. At least change it to something elegant like Winding Stream. Fine. Have it your way.
Look at you! Skilled with both the pen and the sword. You really should not be trapped in this flame wheel forge for the rest of your life. Hey, perfect timing! I have a few friends getting together on the Luofu. Wanna come along?
Staying in a single place your whole life. That won't do. Jing Yuan's Devastator Glaive. The weapon I promised to forge for him all those years ago. Old friends have drifted across the stars, but he remains.
A genius. I suppose Master Jingli's swordplay should be no trouble for you then.
You little rascal. Do not try to act like my senior just yet. I am from a short-life species. Xianzhou's swordplay takes hundreds, even thousands of years to master. I simply do not have the time.
I heard your bold claim. I'd rather leave this world in a blaze than live until the end of time. It seems you think little of us Xianzhou people, then?
My, the future sword champion has sharp ears. It was just drunken rambling. Don't take it to heart. It would be a waste to throw my skills away on the battlefield. You go to the front, and I will forge the divine weapons for you. It is a promise.
All right, deal. Then I want a Devastator glaive, 4 meters long, decorated with green silk, and you should engrave the blade with cloud patterns. Or maybe lightning.
Wait until you have grown a bit taller. Then it is settled. When the time comes, you shall arm each of us with a weapon of our own. Let us face the fires of war in your place, and handle all that tedious business on your behalf. Come, friends, drink up. We 5 come from all walks of life, but here and now, we are one. Together, we shall bring glory to the Xianzhou, and peace to all who dwell beneath the stars.
By the rainbow and the 10 lords, if I betray our bond, let all of existence hunt me down. The prosthetic arm and sword staff from Mr. La Mancha were works created by my master and me. He came to visit me even after I was cast into the shackling prison.
Yingqing. Yingqing. How did you end up like this? The shadow has tasted the flesh of abundance within you. You cannot even speak anymore. Yingqing, look at me. Lift your head. It was only thanks to you and your master that the shadow of veracity was sealed. I owe you both a debt of gratitude. So I have but one question. Do you want out? If so, just nod. There is always a way out. Just give the word, and I will carve a bloody path to get you out, right now.
There is no need. I must atone for my sins.
Perhaps if I had taken you away from Flamewheel Forge back then, your fate would have been entirely different. I respect your choice, just as I did all those years ago.
Pity. So much in this world does not go as we wish. This is not my work. This was where my life as Blade began.
So you're Blade. You sound like quite the expert on swords. Oh, good timing. What do you make of the sword she's carrying?
The blade itself is fine, but the technique is wrong. Swordsmanship is no song and dance. Power starts at the feet. Only when the eyes and mind follow through will the strike land.
My, oh my, Bladey. You really are the ultimate blade critic. Since you have so much to say, Master, why not forge a legendary blade for each of us?
I put down the hammer a long time ago. My hands cannot do what my mind wants anymore. Fighting with a weapon that does not suit you is just a quicker way to die. From now on, if a sword is needed, let it be mine. This shell of mine is the only blade there is. A weapon given by Ying Xing to an old friend. But we are no longer who we once were to each other. Who I am does not matter. What matters is, do you remember this weapon?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
All that happened. You think you can just walk away from it all. You would do well to keep Cloudpiercer by your side. Or, next time we meet, I will be the end of you. What a pity. In the end, we still cast our weapons aside.
Apprentice, come here.
Finally. Is the end in sight? I am here, Master.
Good. I have waited a long time for you.
You have seen every blade I have forged in this life.
Fine work. Somewhat flawed, perhaps, but their edge is undeniable. The marks of a true master.
Gazing upon the weapons I forged in days past, I can only feel a surge of endless regret. The hammer falls and cannot be undone, yet I have spent my life taking one wrong step after another. I betrayed my friends and broke my oaths. Even with these divine blades, I failed to protect those I held dear. My hands are stained with blood. I loathe the reflection it casts back from my blade. But what weighs heaviest on my soul is the debt I owe you, Master. In this life, I fear I will never have the chance to repay it.
Let it all out. You feel a bit lighter now, don't you? But isn't there one last piece you've yet to show me? It is yet to be named, has it not?
That is a mere scrap from the forging of Shard's sword. I hid it away, fearing it would bring shame upon our school. Master, how did you...
Can a mere boy keep secrets from his master? I entrusted General Yao Guang to bring it to you. Since the day you left, I have kept this blade hung in the hall, gazing upon it daily. That raw, youthful spirit within it, it burns to the touch. It is the same light that shone in your eyes the day you bowed to me. It is the keen edge of a craftsman.
I am but rusted scrap now. My light has long since faded. This is where I belong. Buried.
Crushed ore, old materials, rusted iron. As craftsmen, we spend our entire lives in such company. Waste not the bounty of the world, but perfect it through craft. To take what is useless, to take every failed scrap and forge it anew. Isn't that our very mission as craftsmen?
Even for a life that has reached its end. A life built on nothing but mistakes.
As it is with the work of a craftsman, so it must be with the life of a craftsman. Do you still remember the question I once asked you? What defines a blade? The answer already lies within you. Go now and forge it anew.
Forge it anew. Interesting. Now I wish more than anything that I could just live a bit longer. Ying Qi himself said that back when he was nearing his end.
Shoo-hoo.
You fought me all this time and leapt into the Leviathan's maw. Nothing more than a bit to drag me down with you. A pity, truly. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, I shall return to bestow my grace. I have come in answer to your prayer. Within the Leviathan's maw, I shall grant you 1,000 years of agony, as your flesh will be remade, only to be devoured again and again. You shall find no release. Is this not exactly what you call forge it anew? Poor child. You and the Xianzhou citizens are always so short-sighted. Trapped in this waking dream called life, you cling to what is gone and tremble at the thought of being forgotten. Yet when I come to carve through your flesh and awaken your minds, you spurn my beautiful gift. You were once a master craftsman. You should know best about the beauty of shaping. I can grant you the power of reshaping life and death. Bringing those you loved and lost back to life. friends return to this world again and again, giving you the chance to right every single wrong.
Righting wrongs. You mean by carving out more walking husks like me? Things that crave an end they can never reach?
That is but a fleeting pang, a necessary tempering on the path to eternity. If you persist in spurning this gift, this maw shall become your prison for all time. Your body will churn for millennia, caught between being digested and reborn. Every inch of your flesh will remember the agony of being ground to pulp, until your very will dissolves into nothing, leaving only a hollow husk that can cry out my name.
Are you done talking? Do you truly believe that I am the only prisoner here, Shuhu? You are the one bound most tightly by your chains. For so long as a single soul in this vast world prays for abundance, I shall return to bestow my grace. You are nothing but an echo of them, a slave trapped within your mission of compassion. You mock our obsessions. You are Yao Shu's most pathetic prisoner.
Are you trying to provoke me?
No. I am pronouncing your sentence. I never dove into this abyss for the sake of a mutual end. I came for forging. As long as you cling to life, you must keep reshaping this body to fight back the gnawing from the veracity. And that struggle is exactly what I want. Let the maw of this eon husk be the furnace. Let our undying flesh be the iron. And let death, 1,000 times over, be the hammer. Right here, I shall forge and recast you again and again. Not to destroy you, but to create a cage that can hold you prisoner for all eternity. And the thorns of this cage shall forever be aimed at that savior who branded you with your mission. Yao Shu. Are you ready to turn your vengeance against your god?
I see now. So, this is how you forge it anew. Very well. Let us see how this duel between the condemned unfolds. This forging within the furnace.
In the end, which of us shall forge the other into a blade?
When reunited with family after a 15-year separation, 22% of organic life forms will weep and embrace, whereas 59% will exhibit indifference or outright rejection. Yet, choosing to conduct a covert investigation instead is entirely unheard of. You harbor suspicions regarding Mr. Ryusuke. Why is that, Miss Himiko?
Before Star Rail Fest began, I stopped by his office to look for the family's records on the Phantom Moon games. Out of concern, or perhaps curiosity, I leafed through his portfolio. The artwork was magnificent, with each piece serving as a microcosm of a different planet. That was when it suddenly dawned on me. 5 of the worlds he captured in these paintings are now gone, lost to the fires of war waged by the Antimatter Legion.
Just as you suspected, Mr. Ryusuke's travels have been highly suspicious. In the year 1969 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled to the Delcor Ring to sculpt a statue for the Doctors of Chaos. 2 years later, the IPC received word that the last local resistance group had rejected all aid and launched a suicide charge against the Legion. Also, in 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, he traveled alone to the planet Goliath's Shepherd. After a century of resistance in the fires of war, the planet was officially declared dead 9 years later. Both incidents point back to a single culprit.
The Lord Ravager Asat Pramod.
However, there is also evidence suggesting that Mr. Ryusuke was still in Planarcadia when Asat Pramod appeared. Additionally, the IPC recovered a commission he received. It read, "Please carve a trace of our lasting glory, just before the world meets its destruction."
He accepted the commission, even though he knew the Legion had surrounded the planet?
Legends of the Graphia clan abound within Planarcadia. To this day, many believe the Weathering Curse is a scar seared into your very bloodline from Graphia's struggle against the Legion. Conjecture. Mr. Ryusuke was tracking the demon from beyond. He likely believed that finding him was the key to breaking the Graphia clan's curse.
Any other conjectures?
There is another possibility. Please forgive me if this sounds out of line. There is a 52% probability that Mr. Ryusuke was being used by Asat Pramod. He might have even chosen to work for him.
I'll have a word with him.
I'll leave it in your hands, Miss Himiko.
Dad, do you have a minute to talk?
I do. I'm 1,000% free for you. What brings on this surprise call for your old man? I was worried you were too busy, so I didn't want to bother you these past few days. That foolish didn't hurt you, did she? Actually, what am I thinking? A mere herald of death is nothing to my Himiko. You probably handled her in no time. And that kid is something else, too. I'm telling you, everyone at school is a huge fan of the Astral Express now.
15 years. The blood-stained games are finally over.
And this time everyone survived.
It's time we sat down and talked. Just as father and daughter.
Huh? Am I dreaming? My little girl actually wants to have a real talk with her old man. Well, I don't care if I heard you wrong. I'm taking this to the bank. Praise the Astral Express. Praise Hackivili. Give me 10 seconds. No, make it 8. Your old man is on his way.
There's no need to rush like that.
Love you, kiddo.
I should have seen that coming.
Himiko, open up. It's your dad. Himiko, come over. Tell me more about this.